They should abolish the Congressional Budget Office. It is corrupt. It is dishonest. It was totally wrong on Obamacare by huge, huge margins. I don't trust a single word they have published, and I don't believe them. Let me be very clear. Okay, I helped balance the budget 4 straight times, the only time in your lifetime. We fought the Congressional Budget Office every time. When Obamacare came out, they used the architect of Obamacare as their advisor on how to score Obamacare, and their scoring, you go back and look at it, it is a totally dishonest, disgustingly wrong, and it is that whole thing should be abolished. They should replace it by putting out to bid and having 3 to 5 professional firms score these things. Nobody has an exact score. Dr. Tom Price, the Secretary of Health and Human Services, pointed out there are whole sections of this bill they didn't score. So I really do think it's disgusting, and I'm really disappointed that the Republicans have not abolished the Congressional Budget Office because it is so profoundly dishonest.
Joining me now, former Trump transition senior advisor Katrina Pierson. Katrina, what did you think of the CBO's report? I mean, the CBO did not fully score Obamacare either.
Well, and I think Speaker Gingrich said it best when he should know he was the one that did take on the CBO when it came to balancing the budget, as well as many of the reform packages that went through during his tenure. And I do think that, this score is really supposed to be about the budget. Speaker Ryan had already addressed this issue. Press Secretary Sean Spicer addressed this as well. When it comes to the people, that's where they get it wrong, and they shouldn't really be extrapolating those numbers when it comes to determining who will or who won't have health care coverage, because they're not accounting for those who will or won't have coverage by choice.
Yeah, that's an important point, because the CBO now says 24 million people over the next 10 years won't have coverage, but the same CBO predicted 26 million people will be buying insurance in the Obamacare exchanges by now, but it's just 10 million, right, Katrina?
That's right, and this is why we shouldn't really look too much into the projected numbers of people and the choices that they make with regards to the score. But this is also an example of how Democrats are going to overreach, because this is one of a 3-pronged approach to repeal and replace Obamacare. And at the end of this, the president has made very clear that he wants to help the American public, and he wants to repeal Obamacare and replace it with something so much better, and that is coming.
Well, what do you think of the Democrat reaction? We have MoveOn.org, which is backed by George Soros. They're going to show up in Capitol Hill on Thursday and Friday with crutches and, stretchers. Are they better at political theater than the Republicans?
They are, but I think by now they've also been found out. Again, this is severely overblown. Bernie Sanders saying that people are going to die if this bill passes. I mean, you really can't get more absurd than that. And you would think that the November election would have shown that the people are tired of the fear-based mongering. They're tired of being lied to. They're tired of being manipulated. And the one thing, Liz, and no one's really talking about here, is President Trump. People, Republicans and Democrats included, voted for Mr. Trump because they knew he could get things done, and they know he's not going to sign a bill that's going to hurt Americans.
Well, getting to President Trump, what do you think of former Vice President Joe Biden saying that President Trump, quote, deserves a chance to lead the country? Joe Biden is saying it is too early to judge President Trump. What are your thoughts?
Well, for the first time in a long time, I agree with Joe Biden. He's absolutely right. This bill has only been out on the table for about a week. The president has only been in office for a couple of months. He's just getting started. And he's made a commitment, which is exactly why he's having everyone come to the table and to debate this bill, because he wants it to be a good deal for America, and that's what the president is going to do best.